Today I am sharing with you guys an amazing, easy, 5-ingredient foolproof recipe for no yeast bread. I'm also going to share with you guys the most amazing and easy garlic and herb dipping sauce that's going to go amazing alongside your fresh bread. Before we get started with this awesome recipe, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, that you give this video a big thumbs up, and then you also leave me a comment down below. Doing those 3 things really helps my channel out. It pushes my videos out to other people, and it really helps me do what I do here on YouTube. Only gonna need about 5.5 ingredients if you're counting salt. I'm going to have the full recipe linked for you guys in the description box down below, as well as some information if you need substitution. For the recipe, you're going to need 4 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, as well as 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. You need 2 tablespoons of either sugar or honey, whichever you prefer. 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted. And the last thing you're going to need is 1 3/4 cups of buttermilk, which I have in here. If you don't have buttermilk and you don't plan on going out and getting buttermilk, you can make your own buttermilk using milk and vinegar. I'm going to link the details down below for you guys. I'm deciding to use like a bread baking loaf pan today, and I'm hoping that it's going to turn out more like a traditional loaf of bread. As your oven is preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to go ahead and get the mixture started. And you're just going to start by whisking together the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. And my helper is going to come and help me do that. Goodness forbid I try to do a video without him in it. He will have a fit. So, okay, good. Thank you so much, sir. Melt your butter, and you're going to whisk it together with your honey or sugar. So I have my melted butter here. I'm going to combine it with my honey. Pour it into your flour mixture. And I'm just going to gently, again, whisk it in there. It's going to be a little bit crumbly, obviously, because it's not enough moisture to pull this together. Let's get this hair up. Our mixture is pretty crumbly, and I'm going to add in my buttermilk just a little bit at a time and continuously mixing it. And you can see it's starting to come together. Once all of the flour is combined, you're going to transfer this onto a surface and start to knead it a little bit. All right, now working out those biceps a bit, taking the mass that is a little bit crumbly, you're just going to take it onto a work surface and just give it a good knead for like 2 minutes. And if you can see the consistency is not too sticky. Yeah. My hands are not sticking to the dough, and there isn't any like flour that is falling off of the dough, so you want to be sure that it's like this. It's almost like a tacky Play-Doh texture. I'm going to take this ball, put it into my prepared buttered dish, and kind of even it out. I know that this is not going to be a very high rising dough whatsoever because it doesn't have any yeast. So if I wanted to have it fill the entire like area of this pan, I would have to double this recipe. I'm totally fine with a more flat loaf. I can also form this into a ball and make this into a more artisan style bread. That is completely up to you. I'm just going to use my loaf pan today. So now I have my buttered pan. I'm going to take my dough, transfer it here, and I'm going to evenly squish it down. Then I'm going to take this beauty, I'm going to score some X's all over the top, and that's just going to help it bake all the way through in the oven. And once it looks about like so, I am ready to put it into the oven.
Yep. And wait until she's done. Bing.
So for how long are we going to cook our bread?
45 minutes.
Okay, great. So we're gonna put it in for 45 minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out, cover the top with some aluminum foil so that the crust doesn't brown too much. We're gonna finish it off for a few more minutes and take it out. And we're going to have what?
Bread to eat for your kids and for...
That is right. You heard it here first, folks. Look at that. And now on to create this awesome garlic and herb dipping oil, which absolutely makes this entire bread recipe. You're gonna need some olive oil, some garlic. You can leave out the garlic, but why would you want to leave out flavor? You can have either fresh chopped up parsley or you can use the dried parsley flakes, completely up to you. I love to add something smoky in here, so I use some smoked paprika. And then to finish everything off, you're going to add some salt. So you're going to start by pouring in the amount of olive oil that you want into a little dipping dish, and then you're going to squeeze in a clove of garlic. You can do more, completely up to you. I did one this time, but honestly I totally would have been fine with 2 cloves of garlic. Then after the garlic, you can sprinkle in your herbs. You can totally use whatever herbs you like. I personally prefer parsley. I added in my smoked paprika, finished it off with some salt, and this dipping oil was amazing. So Timmy's gonna taste test our bread, and so is Evelyn. Here you go. So good?
Yes.
Which one's better, the store bread or my bread?
Your bread. Can I have some?
Good answer.
Excuse me, look.
You want to dip it into the sauce?
No. What do you put in there?
Bread ingredients. Let's try the sauce.
It's
The dipping oil.
Let's go.
Good?
I love
This sauce is where it's at. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Please subscribe.